tem mais aí. A reunião tá começando agora.
All right, GT, look at this. Before you leave, on your monitor, Dave Winchester coming out strong in the red jersey. And another roll. I believe, Dave Winchester, you are going to see you will not see him in your Knicks heat. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out for a heat. But as soon as you leave, look at that nice roll from Dallas Singer. Beautiful cylindrical roll right there from Dallas Singer and Dave Winchester, back-to-back wave exchange. All right, one more time, Guilherme.
Okay, Manny.
Obrigado.
Thanks for the opportunity.
No worries. We will see you in round number 3, which will be on the next live broadcast. Peace. Yeah, peace. All right, as Greg Taylor gets situated back in the hot seat, we're taking another look at Dave Winchester's first heat to start off the last heat of the day here, round number 2, heat 16. Nice roll on the outside, comes to the inside section, and pulls off another textbook roll. Dave Winchester, you would never have known that you just got off the plane last night. And look at that nice slow motion roll from Dallas Singer. Dallas Singer, cool, calm, relaxed, and nice roll right there to start his campaign here in Heat 16, round number 2.
Yeah, strong start to the heat, Manny. Greg Taylor back in the chair for the last heat of the day. Been a great day of action, but so that this, to me, this is going to be one of the highlights this heat. You've got Winnie, Dave Winchester, Dallas Singer, both Australians against the Hawaiian Dave Hubbard, and the wild card from Canary Islands, Elliot Morales. But first, you have Dave Hubbard in yellow taking off.
All right, Dave Hubbard coming around the inside section, coming around from the outside to the inside, and not much there. Dave Hubbard, not much there for that first wave for Dave, so he's going to get back out to the outside.
Yeah,
Elliot Morales in the blue jersey, definitely one to watch. He is the wild card here, and comes to us from the Canary Islands. Look at PLC in the last heat, won the last heat, and just getting mobbed by the Groms here in Saint-Pierre on Reunion Island.
Yeah, look, he's a superstar of the sport, isn't he, Manny? And the kids love him, and deservedly so. He's a real talent and great ambassador for the sport. So, but look at some sets rolling in now. The boys will be getting cleaned up, I think, with those. And the wind's really picked up, but it's continuing to be cross-shore. And so it's contestable. This is the last heat of the day. And we'll come back tomorrow, and looks like we've got cleaner conditions. The swell's going to stick around, so it should be an exciting day. But let's concentrate on today. It's a very exciting heat here, and 20 minutes to go.
All right, this is the last heat of the broadcast, Heat 16, round number 2. One more time, if you're just tuning in, we are in the first heats of the main event. What is going down are the leaderboard rounds. And Greg, take us through one more time the criteria, the format of the leaderboard rounds.
Yeah, look, we have 3 rounds of competition where each of the surfers get to surf without facing elimination, and it's a point score round. So, first place in finishing the heat, you amount 6 points. Second place, 4 points. Third place, 2 points, and just the 1 point for fourth. But we have Winnie on the wave here, Manny. Look at this one.
Wow, Winchester, another solid wave right here. Look at the inside section just bowling up for him, and whoa, nice reverse off the top for Dave Winchester.
Unfortunately, unable to ride out of that one, Manny, but he rode that wave very well. And if you check this replay again, it said he's a lot of speed and power off that bottom-hand turn, looking up for the section, and he's rolled under there. That's just perfect timing. And look, you can see it's a real section here. They're bubbling across the reef, and he gets up and tries to punt it out, doesn't get the legs crossed, just not quite there. But look, very strong wave. First score dropped 7.6 for Winnie, and Dallas Singer's got a 5.7 on the scoreboards. But here we have the wild card from Canary Islands, Elliot Morales, picking one off here, hoping for it to build across the reef, Manny.
All right, so Elliot finding something on the outside, waiting and setting up for that inside section, and here it comes. Elliot does a nice invert, bounces off the top, and decent ride right there for Elliot Morales. Again, it is low tide out here in Les Arches in Saint-Pierre, where it is just reef underneath these waves. We've seen Alex Uranga bail from his invert wave and just cuts through the whitewash and has a facial straight into the reef. So these guys have some danger to deal with, which is the reef And I mean, that's all you need to worry about is the reef, because you don't want to hit that thing with your face like Alex Oranga. But here's a look at what you see underneath the water.
Manny, this is it's some of the local reef. This is Seamus Mackham took the camera underneath and to get some of the local marine life, and they said beautiful clear water and amazing marine life, and it said you can see the reef there. It's sharp, and
You don't want to step on that thing right there.
no, you don't. Stay well clear of that one. But yeah, just again, there's so many beautiful natural assets this island has, and it's and then here's some more assets. Unfortunately, the wind's up a little bit, but we have. Each of the riders have locked a wave in, Manny, and Dave Winchester locked 2 waves in. So if you look there, you've got Dave Winchester shooting out to a commanding lead with a combined score of 14.25. But we have Dave Hubbard on a wave here, I believe, Manny.
All right, Dave Hubbard, nice spin off the top, right off the bat, goes for a banking reverse spin right there and pulls it off. Nice, clean, perfect wave right there to start off. Actually, Dave's second wave, and look at this, right out the back in red, Dave Winchester.
I don't think he's going to come out of that one. He pulls in. It was a nice set, but unfortunately just a little bit too deep. But yeah, Dave Hubbard, that was very nice. And so still waiting. We're waiting on the judges' take on that one, but I dare say they will be pretty happy. But said Winnie's way out in front with a 14.25. Dallas Singer holding on to second, but we're still waiting for Dave Hubbard's score to drop. Elliot Morales holding down third place. About to move to fourth though once we see what the judges give Dave Hubbard, but Elliot needs a 9.0 to move into first place, but only a 0.46 to overtake Dallas in second.
All right, check this out. We do have some consistent waves on the outside still coming in, so wave to wave exchange going down in this last heat right off the bat. 8 minutes into the heat of this 25-minute heat, and there's already been a solid wave exchange from the beginning of the heat. Dave Winchester leading the charge. Now, the winner of the last heat, we have Shaggy. Shaggy, where you at?
Thanks, Manny. I'm down here again with Pierre-Louis Coste. Pierre, congratulations on another win.
Yeah, thanks, Shaggy.
How was it out there? Looks pretty tricky.
Yeah, the wind is much stronger from this morning. Makes the condition very, very difficult. And I got lucky. It's hard to pick the good ones. All the wave looks like there is no wall. I think the best option is to get the second of the set, like small double up. But yeah, it's really hard to surf some. I was in a critical situation for a long time, and I got the lead at the end, so super happy.
Yeah, so you're at 12 points now. What can you can really go all out in round 3? Hey, what can the viewers expect from you?
Well, maybe we have the third round tomorrow and the man-on-man round. So to be honest, now that I'm sure that I'm in the contest, I will try to don't put too much energy in my hit because I'm guaranteed to be in man-on-man round. So of course, if I have a big session, I will do what I can do. But I think there will be more show in the man-on-man round for sure.
Cool. Thanks very much, Pierre. Congratulations once again. Back to you, Manny.
All right, Shaggy mentioned that Pierre has 6 points. Again, those 6 points are coming by way of his first two first place finishes.
Yeah, no, he's done well. He's through. He's on 12 points, so he sort of makes the third round for him not really count. And in a similar position to Jared Houston. And they can both sit there and relax a little bit. But look, there's a couple of guys here who are really competing for it, and they've got a lot of work to do. But 15 minutes to go. Dave Winchester still well out in front. Dave Hubbard for that solid second wave got a 6.75 and jumped into second place. Elliot Morales holding down third, and Dallas Singer in fourth. Still a long way to go. Still anyone's game, Manny.
Yeah, I mean, anything could happen in these last 15 minutes. I mean, there's still more than half of the heat remaining out in the water. But Dave Winchester knocking out 2 solid waves within the first 7 minutes of the heat. So he's on to something. I mean, He's coming out of a first-place win. Here he is leading the charge in this second-round heat, Heat 16. So he's feeling good, looking good.
Yeah, he'd have to be happy. Glad he jumped on that plane last night. And I think he's here and making himself heard. But if you look out the back of the ocean there, Manny, I think you might have a big whale out there splashing just out past the boat. But on the wave now, we have Dallas Singer taking off.
All right, Dallas Singer in the white jersey dropping in on this one. Nice little cover up. Just a quick one, going full speed, full charge on this oncoming section, and that seems to be the move right now as they come to the inside section. A nice bank, a little aerial maneuver right there with a reverse spin off the top. Let's take another look.
Yeah, look, he rode this well. He saw this section coming down the line. He tried to get under the lip there at the start, but then he just focused on that section. Perfect speed, good timing. Gets up there, banks, and nice reverse. And look, that's how Amori got the 10, and so he's laid down the rules. That's what you do on these waves, and Dallas perfectly executed. But Dave Winchester up.
All right, Dave Winchester in the red jersey. Again, everybody hitting the brakes, waiting for that inside section. Now going full speed ahead. And again, another solid reverse spin right there. Air reverse spin from Dave Winchester. So that's it. That might be the move on the inside section.
It seems so. I said it gives a little bit more flexibility with the timing with these tough conditions. And there is that nice section to hit. They get a good chance to line it up. And they said the judges are rewarding it. So, these riders, they sit there, they watch every heat go down. And let's have another look at Dave Winchester's last wave. Again, Manny.
All right, Winnie, again, hitting the brakes, waiting for that inside section, then lets go and goes full speed ahead for this oncoming section and banks a perfect reverse air spin right at the end of that wave. So, Dave Winchester, again, he's on to something.
He's really brought his form to Reunion Island, and that was a 6.35 for Winnie's last wave. It wasn't enough to surpass his previous score of 6.65, so his score remains unchanged, but he is in 14.25. But Dallas Singer landed a 7.35 for his last wave, and he's rocketed up into second position. And look, not too far. It requires a 6.91 to take first place. But then all of a sudden you've got Dave Hubbard and Elliot Morales with a lot ahead of them because Dave Hubbard needs a 6.31 to move into second. Elliot, he's looking for a 7.8, so he's known as the boy who can fly. Let's see what he can do. But Dave Hubbard.
All right, from Hawaii, Dave Hubbard, the bearded one, stalling, setting up for this inside section. Finds the lip, big backflip right there. A little slow on the landing, but he still pulls it off. Nice roll on the inside. David Hubbard from Kauai, Hawaii. Nice wave right there for David Hubbard.
Yeah, look, another solid score. He's already got a 6.75 in the bank, and he needs a 6.31 to move into second. Not sure if that wave will do it for him, Manny, but still a very solid score, and he's brought the form with him. But let's have a look at this again. As he's screaming across the wave, he's got good speed, and there's a nice section there, and he gets around and hits it very nicely and flips out of there. Very difficult to do in these conditions, but he pulled it around perfectly, and continued along the wave. So, and I think he forces out a nice roll here, and so Dave Hubbard scores have dropped 5.45. Manny, not quite enough to move into second place, but
it wasn't one the bigger size wave, but it was a solid wave, a 5.45. So David Hubbard, by far one of the most consistent riders and well-rounded riders. This guy can stand up on a bodyboard. He can drop knee on a bodyboard. And he's just putting his eggs in the prone world title hunt for the 2011 World Tour. So David Hubbard definitely one to keep an eye out on. Look at that wave out the back.
Yeah, they're those ones that push it over. So, look, Dave Hubbard, you saw there, he's sitting in 22nd position, so he really needs a strong result here. He had a good result in Mexico with a 5th. But he needs a couple to back that up, and he's showing some form here. So hopefully he can make it through and put himself in that top 16, and so we can see him again next year. But you're right, he's so talented, so versatile a rider. Amazing drop knee. He was out this exact break on Wednesday, I believe it was. As you said, standing up on his bodyboard, and then here he is today, matching the world's best prone. So real character of the sport.
I don't know if it's something in Hawaii or what, but there's always a big crew of bodyboarders that love to stand up on their bodyboards in Hawaii. And he's one of those guys. He loves to get out there and have a good time on a bodyboard, whether you're standing up, drop knee, or prone. And Dave Hubbard, an all-rounded bodyboarder. And here he is making his charge in Heat 16, round number 2. David Hubbard currently in third place. And he's chasing a 7.51 for first and a 6.31 for second place. 9 minutes remaining, tons of time. So Michael Novi chilling out under the tent, competitors area, and there you have the latest update on what we have in the water.
Yeah, well, Dave Winchester continues to lead the heat with a 14.25. Dallas Singer requiring a 6.91 to better his current second place position. Dave Hubbard, we've spoken about, he's in third place. He's got a couple of solid scores now, but needs a 6.31 to jump up to the lead. And Elliot Morales, he's just got that one wave at the moment. Well, he's got two waves, only the one solid scoring wave. He needs a 7.8 to be second and a 9.0 to move into first. So 9 minutes to go for Elliot. We've got to see what he can deliver. But if given the opportunity, he said this boy can fly. So he's capable of those scores. And we saw in the first heat, in the first round for Elliot, in the first heat of the first round, he saved it to the last minute and got one of the highest scoring waves of the day. So again, he's capable, and I wouldn't rule him out yet, Manny.
All right, here we go. Up and riding Elliot Morales from Canary Islands. He's one of those young kids trying to make a move on the big scene, and he totally can. I mean, he's got the wild card here at this event for obvious reasons. He knows how to ride the wave, and he knows how to ride it properly. But here he is, struggling a little bit in Heat 16, round number 2. His highest scoring wave, only a 5.25. So I think he's got a little bit of nerves out right now. He can perform with the best of them, but it's all about wave selection, being calm, cool, relaxed, and doing what you need to do. Doing what you do during your free surf, and that's what separates some of the guys from being a very good competitor and being an average competitor. Elliot could be a very top quality competitor.
For sure, Manny. And look at the other guys in his heat, guys like Dave Winchester, Dave Hubbard, Dallas Singer. They've been competing for over a decade, and very seasoned competitors, very experienced in these pressure cooker situations, and just little things like strategy within a heat, and as you said, just relaxing into the heat and allowing your surfing to do the talking. And Dave Winchester is probably one of the smartest competitors on tour, and Elliot will learn. He's only young. It's his first Grand Slam event. He won his first heat, so he's doing well, but it's all experience.
Dave Winchester is one of those scary competitors. He has that cool, calm vibe about him, and next thing you know, you're in a heat, and he's up on top of you by over 5 points, and you're like, wait, what just happened? He's just one of those guys who he knows the difference between competition and being a free surfer, and he's able to combine those two, and he's one of those undercover, he'll come in and just take over.
He will, and he's got a super smooth style, and he can boost with the best of them. So he's one of the guys you definitely don't want in your heat. And look, he's probably one of the more talented riders yet to win a world title, and he's still in contention. Strong result here. He had a strong result in Chile, so he's got some scores there. But this is the event he needs to make his mark. If he wants to make a run for this world title, he needs to start here. And look, he's brought his A game. He's from the first round, bang, took out all the competition. Round 2, he's leading. He's just got to keep that up, and anything's possible.
Yep, and he's sitting pretty good right now in the rankings at 7th place. I mean, he would love to be in the top 3, but he's not out of contention for a world title sitting in 7th place. So the numbers are going to be drawn out throughout this event. This is a crucial event, and we will find out exactly who will be left for that world title race coming into the last 2 events of the 2011 IBA World Tour, which will end in Puerto Rico, and the last event of the tour will be in the Canary Islands with the Fronton Showdown. But now, this is it, the Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming down to the wire of today's live broadcast, the last heat of round number 2 of 3 of the leaderboard rounds. And again, a quick summary on how the leaderboard rounds works.
Well, we're at the last heat of round 2, Manny. 2 of 3 qualification rounds. And 4-man heats. It's a point score system to start with. So if you're watching the live webcast, scroll down to the leaderboard, and you'll see that it's a cumulative point score. And so after the 3 rounds of competition, it's the top 16 riders with the most points progress through to round 4. And the way they accumulate their points is simply to win your heat you get 6 points, second place you get 4 points, third place 2, and just the 1 point for a fourth place finish. So it's all about building those scores and ideally building them in the early round so you take the pressure off for round 3. So, but it's exciting because tomorrow we'll be back for round 3. There'll be a lot of different scenarios playing out, and anything can happen. But there's a few guys who have taken control of the situation, have already qualified. But the exciting thing is the swell forecast is looking positive. So tomorrow we'll be back again. We're expecting similar conditions today, a little bit cleaner. And as I said, you can see here on Sunday, 6 to 8 feet in offshore. It was slightly cross shore, but tomorrow it drops a little, but it should clean up, and so should hopefully get out another 2 rounds of action, and we'll be down to the final 8 by the end of tomorrow. So, and so once you get around 4, Manny, you're on man.
And that's where it gets pretty insane, because once we go to man-on-man format, there's only a winner and there's a loser. So the winner will advance on, the loser will call it a contest and pack their bags or stick around and watch their fellow competitors battle it out all the way to the finals. So that's going to go on the next live broadcast, which high probability it's going to go down tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned on IBAWorldTour.com, or make sure you're on our Twitter or Facebook accounts and YouTube accounts, IBA World Tour. So that's where you're going to get the latest and greatest. The Twitter is the best because those are instant. You're going to find out exactly what's going down instantly, but make sure you also look at our Facebook and IBA World Tour websites as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of exciting things on those social media platforms, Manny. Firstly, we've got the IBA online shop that's been launched. Go to ibaworldtour.com/shop, and what you'll find there is the IBA official merchandise that we sell. IBA t-shirts, IBA hats, and we've got a special promotion that if you purchase a shirt during the reunion event window, you go into the draw to win an event poster signed by all 24 competitors from the competition. So that's a money can't buy opportunity, but to be eligible, you need to log on and purchase either a hat or a shirt. Very easy to do, multiple payment methods. And so check it out. And I said there's new products coming. And the other exciting development is on the YouTube channel we mentioned about. In a couple of hours, you'll be able to click on and you'll be able to see a full replay of heat by heat from today's action. So you choose your favourite rider or your favourite heat from today, go back and you can watch it again in its entirety. So that's exciting. So the IBA, so youtube.com/IBA World Tour. Lots of exciting developments, Manny.
So if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube account, make sure you do so immediately. I'm on it. Greg's on it. Make sure you're a part of it, so you don't miss any of the action. So beautiful eye candy on youtube.com/IBA World Tour. We're coming down to the last minute here in the last heat of today's broadcast, round number 2, heat 16. Dave Winchester leading the charge with his first 2 waves of the heat. Dallas Singer only has 2 waves, and those are going to keep him steady in second place. David Hubbard and Elliot Morales needing a 7.51 or 9.0 respectively to jump into that first place spot with less than a minute to go. Will it happen? Let's stand by. I don't see anything on the horizon, but you never know. Could sneak in under the radar. You saw a little quick at Dallas in the white jersey. Dave Hubbard in yellow, Elliot in blue, and here we are on the inside.
Oh, Dave Hubbard, nice ARS, and he's rolled in the wash there, but look, he's chasing a 6.31 to move into second, or a 7.